3, 2. Hey, we're live. It works. Everybody, hey! And I will say, hey, everybody. Hi, Go Warriors. That is Susan Johnston. I'm going to point the camera at myself for 1 second, just to say, hello, everyone. We're in for quite a treat because my friend Susan Johnston started the New Media Film Festival. How long ago, Susan? You would say maybe it was about
9 years ago.
9 years ago. And Barry Lee, one of my top fans and moderators, thank you for showing up. I'm going to turn back here and introduce everybody to Susan. And while Susan is before you, what I'm going to do is go to the page. Go Warriors says hi, Susan.
Hi, Go Warriors.
And I am making sure this is set up so that it can just sit there while we talk. And this is particularly there.
It's like a periscope.
In a sense, yeah.
It kind of looks like a little periscope.
Yeah, in a sense. I'm going to move you over here. And then I'm going to go to the YouTube page and fire up the watch page. And Susan, this is befitting what we do. And the thing about YouTube Live Mobile, and other people know this, the stream is good. And we are, is that with, and we just go to the watch page, is that you have to, they don't let you preset up the deal, preset up the screen before the mobile starts. It's unlike going the other mobile, but you would say, okay, why use this other than why use this other than the standard mobile stream? And it's because the encoder doesn't work properly. For anybody that buys Wirecast, I spent $30 on it, got the license, and it turned around and says, oh, you have to buy Wirecast Pro. And I thought, wait a minute, I just bought it.
Yeah, so, I'm having a similar situation with the content data management system.
Oh my Lord! It's
that's why credit cards are nice, because if you're not getting what you paid for, and you save your emails, you can sort of work it out.
And hey, we have a compliment. We have Go Warriors, Barry Lee, Money Lynch Scott. That's a long story behind his name, and this is great. This is great. And so Susan.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. And so Susan and Go Warriors just started his live stream. So we have a bunch of media people watching right now. We're going to add some more here.
Awesome.
Yeah. So tell my viewers about the New Media Film Festival. I know about it, but I'm excited for June 6th through the 8th, right?
Oh, thank you so much. So I met you in San Francisco. That's first 2 years of the festival. Yep. We did it both in Los Angeles and San Francisco and realized that it is mega. Mm-hmm. It's mega and it's global, and, we're human, so we're going to keep our base in Los Angeles. So June 6th through 8th at the Landmark Theater on West Pico, which is a state-of-the-art theater, we have 20 categories, panels, screenings, Q&As, award ceremonies, everything from 3D to virtual reality, web series, pilots, trailers, shorts, docs, socially responsible content, STEAM content. And we have a live musical opener. We have an international art exhibit. We have a networking lounge. We have a new media marketing table. Some of it's free. Tickets are really reasonable. They'll give you a discount code FUN, F-U-N, all capital letters, because we like to have fun. Yeah. And you save 40% on tickets. So a ticket's only going to cost you $15 for, a whole block of time with a whole block of stuff. We've got 87 new media films and content from, about 34 countries and outer space. We have 2 pieces of content that were created in outer space. I am not kidding you.
Whoa. Say what?
Say what? Say what? That's what I say. I watch every piece of content that comes in. And every year I'm just, I want to say mystified, because that's a nice word. I'm mystified at what comes in. It's just so cool.
So tell us about the whole outer space thing. What's the deal there? That's interesting.
For fun, I'll send everybody to the website, because you'll actually see a still from one of the films right on the homepage, newmediafilmfestival.com. And that particular still is from a STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And the reason why I say that is because people in science call it STEM, and they forget the A.
Right.
And I'm like, no, people. The A did not run away. Put the A back. So that's why we do steam. We have art in ours. So that particular still is from Adrift, which is kind of like a doc. It's really fun. It's informative. You know, it opens up your mind to things. I don't want to give it away. And you can clearly see it was shot in outer space by the JPEG on the homepage.
Huh.
Like, say what?
That is wild. That is wild.
It's so wild.
I gotta say real quick, Miguel and Go Warriors, these are my frequent viewers and moderators and online, and they're saying hello to you and asking how my weekend was and how you're doing and everything else. So they're all just coming in right now.
That's very sweet. I'm doing wonderful. I hope you're doing wonderful. I'm exhausted. That's normal this time of year. Wake up at 4 a.m, go to bed at midnight, make a lot of lists, cross off the lists, you know, take naps in between. The naps don't last long because the second I lay down, I go, and I get up and I add to my list.
Oh, and already Stephen Collins says, good guess, Zenny. So tell my viewers about basically, and I remember the story, but what was the inspiration for this?
Well, you know, it's a couple of things, and you know, truth has layers.
Yes.
You know, so in the beginning it was like, 2008 happened, and the economic crisis in Los Angeles, and there was an exodus, and, you know, there weren't any jobs, and I just, you know, I went to, you know, because I'm an independent producer, and I went to bed and I was like, what do I do? And I woke up with this idea. I did. It was like a blueprint, because my brain is...
You created your own job, is what you did.
I did. Well, I just said, what do I do? And then, you know, I woke up in the morning and I had this blueprint in my head, but those that know me, my brain is like lines and dots. Like, that's just how it works. So, anyways, I had this idea.
Lines and dots. I love it. I love it.
Right? I love lines and dots in a three-dimensional sort of quantum physics way. But then as the years went on, right? So that was in 2008, but I didn't really solidify it until 2009. We launched online with, which was awesome. It was with the Wagner Opera Group, the LA Opera, the Millennium Project with the United Nations. We launched in Second Life on a live stream. I mean, it was really cool.
In Second Life. In Second Life.
Betty, you know this because you saw me in San Francisco.
Yes.
It is a lot of work.
It is. It is.
But at the end of the day, what I was talking about the layers is, you know, because, you know, people would interview you and then life would happen. And then I kind of finally realized that this really is a culmination of two sides of my life. On my dad's side, he was like, you know, sort of that mad genius, right? They have a saying, jack of all trades, master of none, and he just dragged me everywhere as a child. You know, and so that's sort of the, you know, sort of technology side. You know, he literally would give me something and say, he gave me, I was like 12, and he was, he did a lot of things. He was handling musical artists at the time, and he says, he called me babe. He goes, babe, and he had a technical word for it. And I go, what is that? And he goes, just sit by the light, and at this certain time, I want you to push this lever like this and pull back. And I had the spotlight on the main act.
Whoa.
And I was closing the show. But he would do that to me all the time. So that was the technology side. And then my mom was all about story. And so I realized that my life is a merging of story and technology.
Right.
And I was always an activist, right? You know, Save the Planet, Save the Whales. You know, I wrote and reported something for Greenpeace they used in their national slide tour program. Save the Bay, Coalition Against Domestic Violence, which I mean, you know, so you get the point. So then you look at it and you go, all right, well, let's raise the bar a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's go global. So I like Go Warrior because I go global. Right?
So,
and I hope Warrior has like a horse and like knight, you know, the little lance and the knight armor.
I remember the first time you had John Saxon.
Yes, and you interviewed him. You did a great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Technically, I interviewed him twice because of you. Thank you. Actually,
yes,
3 times.
Once in that. He had the beige sweater on one of them, and then one inside the theater, which is the one that I use.
Right.
I don't know why I don't use the other one, but maybe because the one in the theater it looked like a panel discussion, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who you had since then? I mean, it's been quite a list. I think I saw, for example, Ed Begley Jr.
Yeah, so Ed Begley Jr. was there last year. Prince Lorenzo de Medici was there. Oscar winner Ernest Thompson. Diane Salinger, you'd all know her, Pee-wee Herman, and that TV show Witches. Oscar nominee Sally Kirkland's frequently been there. Ed Asner's been there. Oscar winner Mark Rydell's been there. And I mean, that's what there's a lot. So we've given some awards out without people being in the festival, and no, actually that's not true. Because Ray Bradbury, we gave Ray Bradbury a Legend Award, but his short Kaleidoscope was in there. He died the week before, which was really sad.
Oh.
Of course, we still gave him the award to his daughter.
Sure.
But it was weird because we were getting emails from all over the world, you know, people talking to this email, saying their last goodbyes to Ray, because we were the last event associated with him. So it was a very surreal moment. Roger Corman, the legendary director.
I've interviewed him.
John Carpenter.
Yep, I've interviewed him. And
legendary director.
Right.
Oh, please forgive me if I'm forgetting you.
That's okay.
Oscar nominee Sally.
I'm tweeting this out as we talk. So yeah, there we go.
You're one fingering typing.
It's
my gosh, Matthew Modine, an amazing person, an actor. He's been there quite a bit. Eric Roberts has been there quite a bit. Terry Rossio, who wrote all the Pirates of the Caribbean films. I'm saying all the Pirates in the Caribbean film. Let's just double check IMDb, but I know he's done some of those. I mean, even the panelists have been amazing. But what's really fun is we've had content in the festival that they've won Oscars that year after they left our festival. Now, I don't think our festival had anything to do with that.
You like the magic charm for them. You like the magic. You like the magic charm for them. You like the good luck charm for them.
I hope so. You know, it's really funny because having 20 categories. You submit into a category, you know, and we don't do this a lot, but if we really feel that you're not in the right category, I call them up. And I go, hey, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Some people say no. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I call you, introduce you who I am, and I say, look, we don't do this often, but would you consider this? And then they'll say yes or no. But I say to them, we try to position every film in its best light. So if you're not, you know, if you're not sure where you belong and we really feel that you need to be programmed, we'll go that extra step. We also offer...
My tripod is decided it's going to be weird. Okay, now we're back. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my tripod here. It's really weird. So I'm not gonna handhold it because this is not acting right. And it's like ever since I bought it, it's been weird. So I'm just gonna do it like that. So there we go. Sorry.
Now that I saw it, it looks like a selfie stick.
It is, but it's like it's got a counterbalance that really is off, and it's just like the more I try to balance it to get it right, I let go of it, it points down, and it's at exactly the same setting I have the legs of it, and you think, okay, it's supposed to stay there, and it's technically it's an inanimate object, right?
Right.
No, it's not an inanimate object. This thing figures out a way to move. I mean, I'm just like...
Yeah, I'm with you. I swear technology is alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if they're fun stories or horror stories, but I have many stories of technology. And I've just come to the point where, oh, there it goes. It's going up in flames.
Yeah. My viewer wants to know, Barry Lee, it's in Los Angeles, Barry Lee. Hey, Susan, could you repeat the theater it's going to be at and the address, please?
Sure, absolutely. So, New Media Film Festival will be held at Landmark Theater. And that is on 10850 West Pico Boulevard, corner of West. And it's really, you know, it is a state-of-the-art theater, but, you know, we also chose it for location. We chose it for parking. If you get it validated, you could stay an entire day for $8.
Wow.
Crazy. Right, crazy. You stay 3 hours, which is an average screening series, you know, get in, get out. It's $3. So, we wanted, we wanted it to be affordable. We wanted people to be able to, come and experience. We've had, as a matter of fact, this year we have a virtual reality project called Flatline the Experience. That was pitched and funded at last year's festival. Whoa. And they gave up, they contacted me and gave us the world premiere. I'm like, absolutely.
Hey, so
people have gotten hired to be like one guy at a networking. We have a VIP soiree opening night. You get 2 glasses of wine for legal reasons. You can't have more unless you buy your own. And then nosh, which is food. So
yes.
I always have food with wine, even though I don't have to, because I don't want you to not have eaten all day. Come and have your 2 glasses of wine, and you are slurring when you're trying to network. Not in my soiree. You are going to get that business card and get a job. So one guy got an acting gig in a web series. People have gotten crewed up. We even had a couple end up moving in together.
Whoa.
Yeah, so there is a lot that happens at New Media Film Festival.
Whoa. Hey, so a viewer of mine watching, like, say, Go Warriors, who's just starting his first live stream, if you're starting out in vlogging or anything, is there a category for people who do that? I think there was, right? Or is it people who are...
Oh, you mean, and so in our festival, and again, I kind of think, I like to think we're different than any other festival. Mm-hmm. I also like to think that festivals are their own little community, so where our category is for your viewers may not be the same one for another festival.
Right.
But for us, you put it under new media, or you could put it under new media scripts. Mm-hmm. Because, and it's really cool, because new media scripts is all story in text format. So if so a vlogger is visual, so you'd be new media. But if you were what's the other one? Is it podcaster? Is that still visual?
Podcasters are more audio.
Audio, that's the one. So if you were an audio, you would do new media scripts. And we've had everything from a 3-page pitch. A 3-page pitch got accepted this year, and a book got accepted last year, a full book.
Wow.
Can I share some of our judges? Because it's pretty exciting.
Wow. Hey, so who's on your panel of judges, by the way? Can you say?
So the panels are different than the judges. The judges are from Marvel, HBO, Emmys, Oscars. We have a music video category, so we have BMI, which is the opposite of ASCAP, and we have a Gemini Award winner 2-time, because he's from Canada, and that's the Oscars in music in Canada. I'm sure I'm missing things, like we have SAG-AFTRA, we have the International Society, which has just changed its name, I think, to the VR Society. So yeah, there's like really high. There's a production company that's won over 11 awards, and they actually funded one of the space shuttle missions.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I really feel blessed,
Hey, so
that.
If I'm say here, can I watch it live stream?
So we tried live stream. I love to. So I look at anything, and then I assess. That's what I do. That's just what I remember. My brain is lines and dots. And so I don't remember what year it was. I don't remember if it was it definitely was not year 1, but it may have been year 2. We tried the live stream, and then I have a board of advisors that's on the About Us page. They're different than the judges, and then our panelists are different than the board of advisors. And we all kind of, and I love them because they're all so different. But collectively, when you have a collective consensus, you kind of got to roll with that, right?
Right.
And the consensus was, who are we? What are we? Well, we're a destination. Mm-hmm. We want you to be there because guess what? Technology is keeping people away from people, right?
Yep, it sure is. It sure is.
So, now, we love technology. We love bloggers. We love podcasts. But who are we? So we're a destination. We want you to come there. But if you can't come there, don't worry about it. After the festival, give us time to wrap, edit, and upload, but we will put the videos up online.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to put a plug for like a live stream for people who live in Bangladesh, Paris, or Fayetteville, Georgia, because mainly because, like for example, here we have a community. It's and it varies in size, The longer it is, the more people come and they stick around and they go and that sort of thing. And you're right about technology, because we are the same generation, you and I. We can remember a time when we didn't have the internet, right?
No.
Yeah.
I had a phone stuck to the wall.
See, yeah, exactly. And I remember that too. And
you could only go as far as the cord would let you.
Yeah. The year I was born, August 4th, 1962, there was still, I think some places still had like, the phone number was Brooklyn 55212, something like that,
Wow.
Right? Yeah. And I remember that. And so, and some of the folks watching.
Remember the freedom? Like, you could not make a phone call unless you were near a phone.
That's right.
And there was no email.
And you had to.
I know, that's so bizarre. I sound like I'm 80 years old.
No,
I'm not.
But I feel, and the reason why I'm Zenny 62 is because I proudly span generations, and what we do is, the province of younger people. Like, for example, Go Warriors, I think, is 20. And,
Yay.
Yeah. And then King Jose is 19. He's going to Michigan State. We've got a range of viewers and a core group here that Barry Lee is 48. And some of them are 60. And some of them are 19. And,
but isn't that beautiful that they're all in your face?
Yeah, yeah. And my point is that Livestream brings us together and but not entirely makes up for being there. But if you can't be there locally, like Raider Al's 28, he just chimed in. ML is 21, all right? He just chimed in. And so my point is that it's a good way for, like, the New Media Film Festival to, like, to show it to someone who might say, hey, you know what? I got to be there next year because I saw this.
That's a very valid point, and while you were talking, it made me realize of something. There's a guy, Drax, who does machinima, and
I know what you're talking about.
He's part of the machinima crowd, and I used to judge the machinima awards and all that good stuff. But he and I did a live stream, and I was pretty devastated because I thought it was working, and it wasn't.
Wow.
And so he had his community of people watching, just like yours are now. And remember, right before we went on, you caught the black screen?
Yeah.
But, again, I was excited. I'm trying it. I'm thinking it's working. Now, I'm not going to, I don't know who, like, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong or what worked or what didn't.
Sure.
The point is that for some reason I thought it was working. And I thought all these people were watching it because I got to say hi to him. I pressed the button, roll the screen. They were supposed to watch the machinima as if they were in the theater.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
Yeah. We thought that was a great, cool idea. So when that didn't work, I remember, remember I told you everything's layers. Like, you got this surface answer, and then your brain goes, oh, no. And so I thought about it and went, well, wait a minute. One, I don't want to be devastated. I want to be joyful. Two, we couldn't really figure out why it didn't work after I, stepped away, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to assess and you have to go, everything is time, money, energy.
Yep.
Right? So I did take a block of time. I did try it. I was very excited about it. Those are my people. And I failed.
No, it's funny you say that because, like, as you said, the Go Warriors reminded me. He says, Zinni, I'm not 21, I'm 17. And so...
oh, yay! Well, wait a minute. He'll be very happy. I don't know if Go Warriors is a boy or a girl, and I'm sorry about that. There's a well, no, she's 15. If you go to newmediafilmfestival.com, click either schedule or attend, it takes you to the same place. And up at the top, it shows you the categories. Click digital comics.
Oh!
We have a girl that's 15 years old that got accepted into the digital comic category. I know, isn't that cool?
Hey, Go Warriors, there you go. There you go. And he's saying, like, and so he tried his encoder didn't work, and I've had a lot of failures, but you have to try it until you get a format that gets right, and I understand what you mean. It doesn't work perfectly, and then you've got thousands of people, hundreds. You're like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Or sponsors.
We didn't charge. We didn't charge. But the point is it failed. And then you have to please remember.
And Go Warriors says, I'm a boy.
You're a boy. Hello, Go Warrior.
You're a man. Go Warriors, you're a man. You're a man.
You're a man. And digital comic, she's a gal.
Yes.
So,
hey, so there you go.
But Well, there's so many moving parts to a festival. And we have, so for example, there's 3D, how to learn that. There's virtual reality, how to learn that. Last year we had artificial intelligence created. We've had drone for a couple of years. Yeah, we have 5D category, we have an augmented reality category, we have an app category. So my brain, is juggling all those, plus all the other stuff. I just think, for me, the person I was working with, who's an amazing person, we collectively, and with the theater's tech team, did not find an answer of why it didn't work, and because of that, I went next.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Work on.
I completely, yeah.
And I get it. I wish Go Warrior was with me and had the ability to go, it might be, from experience, maybe you're in Coda or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe I should throw it out to the live streaming community, and maybe if someone wants to try next year, come on in. I'll be happy to work out a situation where your community is the one that gets to test it. Then I won't be running it.
Can I offer a suggestion? Because I think, what year did you try the live stream? What year was that? It was a while back, huh?
Maybe 3 years.
Okay, a lot's changed.
I'm sure I tried it before then too, but Drax was specifically machinima, and I specifically remember it was definitely between 3 and 5 years.
Oh, hold. ML Scott said, did she say there was info on drones? Did you say that?
There was a what?
ML Scott wants to say, did she say there was info on drones? Yes.
We have a drone category.
We have a drone category. Whoa.
We have amazing. We have amazing drone footage. Like amazing.
Whoa.
Go check out I love them all, obviously, but check out Running into Air. I'm gonna send you the website, but so everyone has a photo. Everyone has who directed it, total running time, the country, if it's a premiere, and then a log line. And the log line is like a couple of sentences of what it's about. So when you read what that's about, and you go, "That was done with drone," pretty cool.
ML Scott said he just acquired his drone pilot license.
Wow! Yay! Good for you.
Wow, that's huge. That is absolutely
very huge. Do you have any question for me on I don't know how they're going to use drones, and I think if you're going to use them in storytelling, I may be able to help you if you have a question. I don't want to give my opinion unless someone asks for it.
Sure.
Right? Because that's not that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help and empower.
I think my question regarding drones is, how do you? With respect to film, how do you? What's the standard process? Can you put your phone up there, or is it that it has a camcorder installed?
There are so many ways to cut that tomato. Right?
I love it. Cut that tomato. Yeah. Which is better than cutting that.
There are weight issues.
Hey, Susan, it's better than cutting that cheese, but I had to throw that in there. So anyway.
Better than cutting cheese. There are weight issues, right? So there are battery life issues. There could possibly be heat issues if it's inside. I don't know. Usually need to breathe. Stabilizers, shaking ability. Lots of different things. Even a GoPro. GoPros are pretty light. You can strap them on.
That's true. Yeah.
You could do it on the underbelly. I think they're like $20, not on sale, but it's really just a Velcro strap with a little camera thing, and put it on the bottom. For me, in storytelling, if you just remember it, there's a beginning, middle, and end.
Right.
And in editing, for me, and this is for me, right? So I'm looking at it, storytelling and technology. What I'm sad to see is they're using the same footage over in a different part of the story.
Yeah. Wow.
But if I'm noticing it, it means that it's screaming at me, right? It's not unveiling, unfolding like the story does.
Right.
And I just say cut it out. Like, the beauty of new media, it can be any total running time you want. We have a snippers category, which is the 30-second pitch. It's a snippet of a trailer. It's 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
30 seconds. And there was a guy who did not win the Snipplers category one year, and he got full funding on his feature because he was smart enough to bring his backers to the film festival to watch him, his 30-second pitch, being screened. And I always put it in the awards ceremony screening section because I know that that's like closing night ceremony.
Go Warriors. Go Warriors says that drones are awesome. He wishes he had one. He can't afford one. But Go Warriors, I guarantee you, as talented as you are, you will have a drone sooner than you realize. I guarantee that.
Also, Go Warrior, they're actually going down in price. They really, really are. So, I say baby steps. I mean, I love that one of your people got a pilot's license because I don't want anyone getting arrested or fined.
Right. Right.
The monetary fine. But at least that license protects you to a certain extent. But for Go Warrior, I would just say dig a little because I'll give you an example. What is it? Is it Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Yes.
Or is it the other day?
Yeah,
okay.
You're right.
Okay, I bought a Lenovo, souped up. I know it's a laptop, and I know those are kind of old school, but I need it I use it as my desktop. $199, people.
What?
It's got a DVD, Blu-ray, not a Blu-ray, you got a DVD, the burner, the whole bit. It came with the software. Because it was Cyber Monday, Black Friday. So that's kind of what you do. The other thing, too, is there's a trick. Like, I always go, you can go 90% off drone, right? 90% side drone. And they'll come up online. Like, that's how you Google search. And I've gotten, one year we had to give a drone, and something happened to the drone that was given to me, and we didn't have time, and that's what I did. And I got, there was a $200 drone, I think, for $25. It was probably the last one. They wanted to get rid of it, ship it for $5, whatever. Just dig a little deeper, Go Warrior. You'll get one.
I'm just going to do another tweet. And, folks, you're watching Susan Johnston. She's talking about the New Media Film Festival, and I'm putting VLOG vlog in this hashtag this time. And just doing a little bit of house cleaning while I do that regarding the encoder. It's not really the encoder, it's YouTube, and there, and going here and making sure that's activated, and it is, and then going back to the watch page, and going back to the watch page, as I said.
No, I love how you're explaining as you're doing, so people can follow along. They can just, if they want to try it, they can just keep reversing and going through the steps.
That's exactly the idea. And,
yeah, it's very cool of you.
And thank you. Well, also, I don't want people to get confused because now here we are, and then there you are there, right there. But again, I came up with the idea. I introduced the idea of Livestream because YouTube Live Mobile, what I'm using right now, was launched February 14th of this year. So
it just launched in February 14th. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So cut out. Okay.
So you could have a number of people sitting in the audience using YouTube Live Mobile as your panels are going.
Yep.
And then giving people an experience, and their own group of viewers can from where
they may be doing it without me even knowing.
Right. But see, here's the thing. You could actually coordinate that with them and say, hey, we love you live streamers, particularly YouTube Live Mobile. Tell them about this, and if they're on Twitter, have them put this out, right? So then you've got a little crowdsourced remote social media thing going.
Well, since we're doing the live stream now, then if someone's interested, email me.
I'll email you. Okay, I'm interested. I'll do it.
Are you going to be in Los Angeles? Come on down.
Got it. Yeah.
Let me set it up first so I can make sure that you have the tickets or the badge that you need. See which ones you're going to cover and which ones not. So if someone else wanted to come in and you weren't covering something, I mean, I'm sure I could probably have, more than one. I just have to wrap my head around it. Oh
no, I'm happy to help and talk you through it because the more the merrier for what you're doing.
Okay.
And,
cool.
Yeah.
So what you could do is email, not you, because you already know my email, but newmediafilmfestival.com, click contact, which is the folder all the way to the right. You will get us.
Okay.
So go look at the website. Tell me which day and/or screenings you want to do. Send me a link to what you do, and I will look at all that come in and try to get a diverse group.
And Susan says Susan Gold Warrior says he just started uploading his channel this last Tuesday. So he's brand new. He's 17, brand new, and he's kicking butt. I've got a lot of teenagers, you know, that come
I think it's wonderful that they have this opportunity.
Yeah. It really is something. Hey, shifting gears, I want to talk more because this has been almost a decade that you've done this. And what first of all, what have you learned about the changing landscape of entertainment in Hollywood from your perspective over that time? Because, you know, we just had the WGA almost went on strike again, and the issue was new media, right? What do you learn from all this?
Well, I've learned that media is ever changing, and even though it's ever changing, it's always the same thing. It's telling a story. It's how you're telling it, and with what are you telling it with, and where you're showing it in. What I love, remember, I was in this business a long time. So as a little girl, you know, I was on the set of the very first Great Gatsby and met Robert Redford. So I have been, I have been in this business a very long time. I've seen everything from 3-camera shoots where, you know, if you were in music, you were not in TV, and if you were in TV, you were not in film, and vice versa. So what I love is that your total running time can be whatever it needs to be for the story. I love that. Because years ago, it had to fit a TV format total running time, allow time for commercials, or a feature-length running time. The other thing I'm seeing is people are still finding their way.
Oh, by the way, my moderator, one of my, ML Scott said, "Wow, too cool," regarding Robert Redford and the announcement. And
isn't that like what's even cooler?
And I was going to throw in is even cooler is you're only 26.
Thank you. Well, what's cooler is I was a little girl and I distinctly remember it. That's how I was a little girl. So my dad dragged me to work because my parents were divorced, and from my understanding, he was handling the antique cars that day. So he said, "Go sit on the lawn." Well, the lawn was a mansion, so it's got that rolling little bit. So I'm sitting there with some other kids, and all of a sudden, I just felt something I felt something coming near me, and I turned my head, and he was backlit by the sun. I didn't know what backlit meant at the time.
Yeah.
And he was this just big blue eyes, big smile. He came over, he said hi to everybody, and then he walked away. And then once he did that, other people were like, "Ooh, like Robert Redford to you," and we're like, "Yeah, okay, well, who's Robert Redford?" I mean, the kids, right? But I still remember that, which is pretty amazing. So the point is, I've been around a lot. I've seen a lot. I sometimes think I've seen too much. There's a lot of things I don't like. So I just try to stay focused on what I do like. I will share an example with you that I actually was on New Media Committee for Screen Actors Guild's contracts in 2003.
Wow.
And they did not take our advice.
Uh-oh.
And then you cut to all these years later, and I'm still seeing the same meetings. And I'm like, it was so simple what we offered. And I don't know if people know this, but I produced the first miniseries for cell phones. So that's how I got asked in. And I produced them for a guy named Frank Gindamo who created fun little movies.
Yeah.
And I was mini bikers fighting crime a little at a time. And we had little people. They were adorable, and they were great. And you had to do...
hey, folks, real quick, folks, this is Susan Johnston of the New Media Film Festival. So if you just come in, this is Susan Johnston of the New Media Film Festival. It's June 6th through the 8th in Los Angeles at the theater again, please.
Landmark Theater on West Pico, corner of Westwood. newmediafilmfestival.com.
And
use code FUN, FUN, capital letters, FUN. Save 40% on tickets through June 5th. Oh, dear Lord.
There's a special deal for Zenny 62 viewers. Now, you were saying, I just want to get that in because you can't.
No, so the point is that, so there are things that I don't like about the business, right? But I guess in every business, you don't like some things. Mm-hmm. And what I'm saddened by is in 2003, we felt, the team that came up with the idea, it was basically pay everybody a minimum of $100 a day, and we'll deal with residuals later. And they had decided to keep it under a certain contract where nobody got paid. And I'm like, oh boy. Whoa. You know, what's $100? Yeah. It's like, you know,
yeah,
you don't have a film if you don't have talent.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right?
That's absolutely right.
So I read that WGA did not go on strike. But honestly, let's do the math, people.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 250,000 person email list before 2008.
Excuse me? How many?
250,000 email list. My brain doesn't remember if it dropped 70,000 or it went to 70,000, but my brain remembers that. I mean, people left. Like, they lost homes. Like they just, when I say it was my friends told me that's how Atlanta, Georgia got born in the booming Mecca business, because they were most of my African American friends. They were all Mecca. It was an exodus. They were leaving, and that's where they went. And you know, God bless them. Yeah. Some are doing great. Some haven't found their way, but they found a community to go to where at that time was much more affordable, much more doable than the desolate landscape we were in.
And not only that, if I may, Pinewood Studios is just 15 minutes from our house, and that's where Ant-Man was made, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Wow.
Yeah, and I even tried to get on the casting call for the for Ant-Man, actually. And then it's been a great boon. And then Godzilla, the Godzilla sequel, is going to be made up north in, I believe, Dunwoody, Georgia here. And then Tyler Perry's building a studio. The Walking Dead is made here. There are probably 50 projects going on in this region at any one time.
So were they there before 2000? But were they there before 2008? Probably not.
No, not at all. Not on your life. Things have changed.
That's why when you ask me, I'm being diplomatic now.
Sure.
But that's why when you ask me, I am not surprised WGA did not go on strike. We just have to go. That was not a mess last time. That was an atrocity.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
If you were living there, you saw the devastation. Seriously. I mean, I can tell by your face that you're hearing me.
Oh, yeah. I interview people at Comic-Con. I interviewed a special effects guy who wanted me to put him in touch with a friend of mine who's involved with Film in Georgia, because they want to find work here. And he's in, I think, in Southern California. I think he's in Glendale.
Yeah, Glendale's a beautiful city. You know, I think it's in the 50-mile LA studio system. I mean, there's a lot. Like when I grew up in Rhode Island. For 5 years, I was with the Providence Film Commission as a liaison, and then I was 1 year with the Rhode Island Film Office. There were two of them. But I actually made the phone call. It got first tax incentive, from my understanding, I was told, in America. And that was it was definitely before 2000, probably 1994. It's funny because I knew the politician, and I knew the guy that was going to invest the money, and we got a 25% tax credit for the first. And so how it worked was, they told me they were going to put, I guess it's called a bill. They were going to put the bill in the first year, but it wasn't going to be enforceable because of the way it was going to be worded. But that's how you get it in. And the next year they made changes, and that's how it happened. So I have misgivings about runaway production, because I feel that on one point I really believed in Rhode Island, believed in helping bring it's called Department of Economic Development.
Yeah.
Bring money into the city.
Yeah.
And and I believed in that, I didn't understand the domino effect.
Oh, it's powerful.
Yeah.
It's really powerful.
Yeah.
And we don't do, and I say we because I still live in Oakland, but although I'm here most of the time, but I see the change. We don't do economic development in the state, and Jerry, the mayor, I used to work for Jerry Brown.
Which city are you talking about? You're talking about Sacramento now?
I'm talking about every place. Jerry Brown, I used to work for, is the governor now, but he was late to respond to the problem. And so the tax credits that have benefited Georgia, to a lesser extent North Carolina, but they let their social issues get in the way. And then, of course, Canada have been all at California's expense, you know? And
so, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put that part of my life over here.
Okay.
let's see if any of your listeners or viewers have any questions. I don't care what they are. Get me out of the tax credit.
Okay. Here's a question. What of all the years, what was your most favorite film? Or can you say that?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's two that come to mind. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Gene Wilder version. Hands down. Johnny Depp, how dare you even try to remake it. And then Cinema Paradiso.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, I had a crush on, Godzilla and Voltron, because I'm like a geeky girl. But those are the two films that really, I want to. As a matter of fact, I met the director of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and he gave me a golden ticket.
Wow!
And I had a gobstopper.
Wow! Now, within the New Media Film Festival, can you say what your favorite film was that appeared there, of all the ones that
of all time?
Yeah. Because there was the one that John Saxon had that I thought was amazing. I mean,
Thank you.
You've had a lot of amazing films. I mean, which one?
Thank you, because that's what we're told. Thank God, I wasn't even thinking about press, and we got great press, makes the cutting edge.
Oh, it's called God's Ears, was the movie, with John Saxon. Right. God's Ears, yeah.
But you asked me, and it's actually on our YouTube site, which is New Media Film Channel. I believe that's what it's called, New Media Film Channel. My brain is... I'm getting up before going to bed at midnight. So there's a film. It's an animation. And I'm going to preface it this way, because remember, they're all my babies. Yes. I watch everything that comes in. I don't pick everything that wins, but I do say what gets programmed. So that's clear, right?
Yeah.
That's clear.
Yeah.
So the reason why I want to say, to answer your question, the reason why this one that I'm going to say is we have screeners. And one day I said, let's have all the screeners in the same room. So we're all got in the same room. And when I tell you, different countries were there, different ages were there, different ethnicities were there, different languages were there. And everyone was moved, by this 3-minute animation called Swing. SWING.
Wow.
Swing.
Oh my!
So you can watch it for free on our YouTube channel. So go to New Media Film Channel and look for Swing.
And we have this is Susan Johnston, New Media Film Festival, and Go Warriors has a question. He asks, "What kinds of people are at the New Media Film Festival? And also, do you watch Disney movies? And have you seen the new Cars 3 movie?" So yeah.
Very cute. I have not seen the Cars 3 movie, but I did see the Cars movie. And I loved the Cars movie. He's probably asking me because of my Voltron and other comments. Do I watch Disney films? I do. I watched Beauty and the Beast, and I loved it. I did. I was really happy. Remember, I love all elements of it. I loved that the production value was great. I loved that the music was great. I loved that the acting was great. But he asked me ages. I've had everything as little as a 2-year-old girl on the red carpet in a pink tutu, and a 90-year-old man that did a 3D film.
What?
But at the festival, the bulk of the people are probably teens, because we have a web series category, and a lot of teenagers are making web series. Even your talk show is a web series, really, because it's on the web and it's a series, right? Even though it's a live stream. It could go into new media, but that was if it was a one-time live stream. If it's episodic, you might as well put it in web series.
Well, to me, this is like this is a series. This is like a video. This is like a radio to me because I'm interviewing.
It is, but because I can see you.
Right.
You belong in my world.
Exactly.
Unless you were the script one, which is just the text, which could be audio, but it's just text. Because you can.
So wait, are you telling me that I can submit to be a part of the award show?
You can submit to be considered to be in competition for $45,000 in awards. Screen in the state-of-the-art theater and/or distribution.
So what do I have to do to butter you up? I'll take you. I'll take you to the polo.
It's all about the content.
I'll take you to the polo. I'll take you to the polo lounge. How's that?
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, doggone it!
No, here's what we do.
I'll take you to the polo lounge anyway. How's that?
That's good.
You got it.
I actually got offered money one year. Someone offered me $5,000 one year to get the grand prize, and I said, "Sorry, you can't buy the award."
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had an Oscar winner call me up and say, "I'm going to send you over a film." I said, "Okay." And then I had worked with him before, and I saw it, and I called up my programmer, and I go, "I need you to watch just 15 minutes of this." And he goes, "Why? Why just 15 minutes? I go, "Because I'm not programming it, and if you ever run into this person, you need to be able to talk about the film." But it wasn't going to get in. So, that's, and honestly, there are some content that we screen but are not in competition. Do you remember when I was in San Francisco, Hollywood Tale, T-A-L-E.
Yeah, I remember. Right.
Yep. Well, Hollywood Tale was not in competition because I was actually in that film. I'm only in it screaming. It's a horror film. I have a great horror scream. So it wasn't about me.
Wait. So give us your scream.
No. I may hurt people's ears. It was really good. So watch the film. But the point is, if I had anything to do with it, it can't be in competition. And honestly, stuff I'm in doesn't even make it in the screen. Huh. Like there's some stuff I've been in where people going, well, can you put me in? And I'm like, well, you have no color correction. I can't even screen the trailer without me in it, not in competition, because you don't have color correction.
Wow.
So, or sound issues or whatever.
Hey, have you gotten more?
So can I answer Go Warrior?
Yes.
The focus is teens to probably 35. And then a mix. I hardly ever get younger, I don't know, I had those twins, maybe 10 to 13, probably the young. I had the 2-year-old the one time, but I don't usually get younger than 10. I usually get teens, because some 13-year-olds can look like 17, teens to 35 and then, above and below.
Right. So I think you heard that. Now, the idea here is how often, let me ask, I suddenly have a ton of questions. The first question is this. Over the event, over the several days, you're going to be screaming you're going to be screening, not screaming. You have me thinking about Scream Queens, doggone it. So you're gonna be each of the screens is gonna be at the same theater, right? Between the times.
Yeah, so that's another thing.
Can you share the times?
We wanted one place because the wine bar is there and it's a beautiful facility.
Right.
So that's where our VIP soiree is. That's where our networking lounge is.
Right.
The International Art Exhibit is as you walk into the theater. Our red carpet step and repeat is as you walk into the theater, and the new media marketing table is as you walk in the theater. We actually no longer go upstairs to the second floor because one of my board members last year said, you know what? It's much more exciting when it's all on one level. So
it is. Yeah. And now, how does one get on the board by chance?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it's timing. I think, because remember when it started, I had a board, right? Because for people around me that I'm like, I'm doing this, and they're like, oh, I want to help, I want to be part of it.
Yeah.
And then life made some of them go in a different direction. Like one guy was no longer with his company, and the company he was with really wasn't a fit, we do. So, I replaced them. So recently we got 2 new people, and they were replaced because 2 went away. And honestly, I think it's a combination of interest. You have to be interested. So if you're interested, reach out to me.
Okay.
2, I generally am like a beacon, meaning if I need something, it usually shows up, right? Because I sort of say I believe in quantum physics. I say to I say to the universe, I need a new board of directors. And all of a sudden, seriously, I get an email from an Emmy-winning composer who's done every major Marvel comic out there, and I go, "Oh, you're gonna be on the board." You know what I mean?
Yep, I do.
But had I thought about it 3 days later, he would not have been in my sphere, and then whoever was in my sphere, I think it's timing and opportunity.
Yeah, definitely is. Now, of all of the people, of all the celebrities, who's been the biggest celebrity you had, where you just said, "Oh my God, this is great"?
Well,
I know it's a hard question because I know what you're thinking, "Oh my God, I don't want anybody to think that they're not special." That's not the question. But when you produce an event like this, you're always, "I would love to have X."
So I want to say, so not everyone can come, right? Because they've got commitments. Not everyone wants to come. Maybe they're on a shoot. Maybe they're in a place where, we want to be fair to everyone, so we don't really fly people in. Because if I fly them in, then I got to fly the people whose film is from Israel. I mean,
wow. Right.
So, what I'd like to say is, and I don't want to mention the name, well, there's 2 things. So, one, who was very gracious. Leonardo DiCaprio was very, very gracious.
Whoa. Leo's a Raider fan. Hey, folks.
He did not show up because he was in France.
Oh my God.
That's okay. But he won. So there was a film, I think it's called Not the Worst Shark Attack Ever. It's a documentary about if we keep killing the sharks, we as humans will die because of the evolution of the ocean. Oh. And he opens the film at something he's speaking on that's relevant to the story. So we gave him, because we have a socially responsible content category, it's called SRC, and that was actually created in San Francisco, by the way.
Oh, wow.
One of the gals that was working for us created that category. So anyways,
real quick, Jamal Mills, welcome. This is Susan Johnston of the New Media Film Festival. And Jamal, I think you live in this area, but for those who live in Los Angeles, it is June 6th through the 8th. And I highly recommend you go. The website is newmediafilm.com, right?
No, you're newmediafilmfestival.com.
Newmediafilmfestival.com. And tell them the address one more time because we have some LA dwellers here.
Sure. So Landmark Theater is on West Pico and Westwood. It's technically in the Westfield Mall. So they'll be able to find it. Great parking, great theater, state of the art.
And ML says he wants to attend. ML, are you in LA? Is there a special code for him, Susan?
There is. Woo! It's fun. All capital letters, FUN. You will save 40% on tickets through June 5th. And the reason why is because we switch over to the theater sells the tickets for us because we're there. That's why the code is only good through June 5th. So get your tickets.
Get your tickets now, ML. Go, and everybody else. And Dorian, welcome. How are you? Check it out. Yeah, we get some, and ML says, sweet!
Sweet! I'm glad you're happy. Thank you for asking.
And so, Conan O'Brien said this, in fact, he said it today. And he said, in response to a question by Vanity Fair in their Hive section, what you see as the future of television? What are you concerned about your content because of cord cutting? And his response was, I don't care where people get me as long as they can catch my content. Are you finding more people, agree to that? Because you're at the cutting edge of being able to present this content.
No, I don't. So, no. And, you gotta love Conan for saying that. He just, you know, he wants to share the love, right?
Yeah.
So the business people behind him are the ones that say intellectual property. And I get it, right? So
right.
New Media, now I'm going to share this with you. Yeah. New Media Film Festival is a trademark. And so that means people have borrowed or stolen my ideas and just decided to add them to theirs. And I'm like, no. No. I created this. I implemented it. Maybe you can do it better. Mazel tov. That's not the point. The point is credit has to go where credit is due.
That's right.
Let's work together. Let's do media trades. But no. They just want to steal it, do their own thing, and make the money. And so the reason why I say intellectual property is, if I don't know, Conan writes his own stuff, but he's a brand, he's an identity, he is. So the point is, what he does has value. It has monetary value. Right. And I love that he wants to give it away for free, but if he gives it away for free, the people that film his production, the people that write it, the woman that gets the wardrobe, they're not going to be able to get paid. And one of the things, and I'm going to share with you several reasons why this is important, because I'm an amazing guerrilla filmmaker, which means I can shoot something for zero. And I did. So I used to test equipment for Panasonic, and I tested amazing stuff. And I came back and I made a music video, a kick-ass music video for $17.28. And do you want to know what Doug Layton said to me? What? He said, don't ever do that again. And I was shocked because I thought he'd be thrilled. And I said, why? Because I love Doug. Doug said, because people got to eat, Susan.
Yeah.
If you start, you know, I mean, make your first thing, you know, for free or next to nothing. But people have to get paid. So
yep.
If I give you 40% off on tickets, which is wonderful, right? But if I gave it to you for free, you may not value the festival. And if I gave it to you for free, I wouldn't be able to afford that theater.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to afford that location. I wouldn't be able to bring in 87 new media films and content. So collectively, all of it feeds a global audience of storytellers and technologists. Right? Now, just so people know, I put my own money in year one. And if it's needed money, I put money in. So this is not like, don't get into the film festival business thinking you're going to make a lot of money. You have to do it. Right? You have to do it because you love it and you believe in whatever your, niche is in that market. So
do what you love and the money will follow.
So what I think is, I think Conan made a wonderful statesman-like comment that is really wonderful, that he wants his content to be seen everywhere. But the truth is, that content has to monetize, so the content can live.
Don't I know it? I mean, I could talk to you forever. Hey, by the way, I want to be mindful of your time. It's 8:23 in the East. How is your time?
We're good, but I mean, I think we should probably, wrap it up 5 or 10 minutes? How long do these usually go?
90 minutes, so we're about that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
all right, we'll just keep going until we get your 90 minutes.
Well, actually, we're almost there. So we'll go to 8:35, which is with another 10 minutes. How's that?
Yeah, that is perfect.
You got it. Cool, yeah. So, because we're wrapping up. This is a good time. And the great thing about it is that there's a lot of juicy stuff here that wow.
Yeah, I mean,
you got two people. I got to tell you, you got two people already that are going. ML Scott's going. Dorian says he's going. He's in Orange County. So,
awesome.
So picking up some people. And ML Scott, as we call him, Money Lynch Scott, has a question. He says, question for Miss Susan Johnston. My 16-year-old goddaughter just completed Bill Duke's Film Academy and is taking a strong interest in film. Would attending film festivals be good for her now?
Wow, absolutely. But I also need to know, what does she want to do in filmmaking? Like, does she want to be an accountant or an attorney or a first AD?
It's a good question.
Camera op? Big point, So I'll share with you what I did.
Sure.
I worked at least once in every position on a film. Mm-hmm. So I was a best boy, a dolly grip, a focus puller, a catering, craft services, customer, first AD, blah, 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 blah. I took directing courses, I took producing courses, I took a writing workshop. So the point is absolutely, especially as a teenager, they're like sponges. They're curious, they're learning, they're figuring it out. At a film festival, she's going to meet, I think it's a girl because she's like my daughter. She's going to meet people from all over the world that do all different things in the world, and she's going to learn behavior, right? Mm-hmm. She's going to see who she likes, who she doesn't like. She's going to see who gets drunk, who doesn't get drunk at the VIP. She's going to watch people. She's going to watch a community. Right. So filmmaking, I still call it filmmaking.
ML says it's producing and music that she wants to get into, the producing and music aspect.
All right, well, they're two different things. But so producing, she would watch how it flows, how it functions. Producing, she would need to get everybody's business card because in producing, it's about resources. Mm-hmm. Right? You need a helicopter. You need to know someone that owns a helicopter.
Yep.
Not system owns it because you need them there in an hour. So and she should have business cards that should say, producer. And I don't know if she wants to be a musical supervisor, if she wants to be a composer, or if she's a songwriter, different things. But the point is just be specific. I would put the email. She's a kid. I would never put your home address. Never put your birth date. And then they ask you, under 18, they can ask you because of how many hours you need to be on set. Mm-hmm. But the point is, she's going to work it. She's going to network that baby. She's going to go in there and decide who are the people I want to work with, right? Yep. And then she should definitely go see the music video category. I mean, you've got major players judging that. And if you go look at the music video category on MediaFilmFestival.com, you will see a diverse type of music from all around the world. Wow. There's Taiwan. I know Taiwan because I just love the image of it. I don't know. I don't know if Bobska is Russia or Sweden. I can't remember because I get up at 4 and go to bed at noon. I got to look at my stuff. So yeah, I definitely think you should go. The whole reason why the 2-year-old was on the red carpet in the pink tutu is her mother was a stage mom, but she wanted to give her daughter the experience of being on the red carpet. I said absolutely. What better environment than under me? Because, I'm not going to let anything happen to a 2-year-old girl. I don't know any other red carpet. Like, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know how it's going to roll somewhere else. So I'm sure absolutely come in. Just because that's how I am.
I think you just created the title for your next book.
What is it?
The Tutu on the Red Carpet. there you go.
I do not want to encourage stage moms.
That is
absolutely not.
That has book title written all over it, like nobody's business. That is just that is it. So, Hey, is there an opening party event for those closing? I saw that there was on the schedule, but I want to talk about it. So.
Oh, it's really sweet. So it opens with the VIP soiree, and that is in the wine bar, and the regular price is $35. You take 40% off that with code FUN. You get 2 glasses of wine, a little nosh, which is little food. But also the red carpet is happening right across the way. So you're part of all that buzz. Any celebrities, any filmmakers that are going on the red carpet, they're going to do that. And then they're going to come into the VIP soiree. That's 2 hours. And the reason why it's 2 hours is we used to do it for free for one, but our board said it wasn't enough time. People really build their relationships there, right? Breaks the ice, start of the festival.
Yep.
And then boom, it goes into the opening night programming where we have live music open, 3D starts it, some other categories, Q&A at the end. Then we have a screening 2, which is other categories, Q&A. And then Wednesday and Thursday each have a panel in the there's 2 screenings each day. They're long screenings. One is a web series superstar panel, the other one is a technology panel, and then categories and Q&As. So you open with the VIP soiree, but then you end with the award ceremony. Well, I've heard that other festivals charge like $150 for an award ceremony. I'm like, absolutely not. So how can I work it so people have a good time, come, it's affordable. So it's $25 minus, 40%. But you get Sniffler's category, get the music video category in the Q&A, and then the ceremony, people tell me it's hilarious. They tell me it runs fast. They tell me it's hilarious. Yay. But this year, we have a special presentation with the United Nations. Wow. It's called SDG, for their SDG program. And we have a music video by Paul McCartney.
Wow.
Not a competition, because that's not fair, he put it. But we have a music video, a love song to Earth. So we're very, very excited. Yeah, so we're very, very excited about that.
So, folks, go to the New Medium Film Festival June 6th through the 8th. It's going to be an exciting event. Susan has done an incredible job of putting this together. Once again, you go to bed at, midnight? You wake up at 4? I go to bed and I get up before, only during this time. So that's why, I'm like, all right, anything I say, go research online. I may have messed something up. Scott said I'm excited.
Oh, and I have my list,
Yeah.
I have my list of things to do. Well, because you have to. There's so many moving parts. Like, there's one film that I'm still waiting to get an okay on the test, Yeah. There's a couple more people I'm waiting. Are they going to be available for registration? That sort of stuff. My publicist is like, okay, you got to get me a list of all the celebrities which I just realized I forgot to give her today. All the celebrities that are attending. I got to do that now.
So who's attending? You've got this year.
They are all on a sheet of paper my brain is not coming up with any names right now. So the best thing I could tell you to do, and I apologize, I can't.
Okay.
There's nothing up here right now that's permanent. Because what I did is I highlighted them yellow. I put the 3 most recent films, and then I cut and paste what they were in the festival, so it's all merged. Lines and dots are colors right now. But we have a free newsletter that's on the contact page, and if you just fill that in with your email, I will be sending out who's coming next week, so you'll get that list.
Susan, this has been a blast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I have talked and talked.
But that's what it is. That's what this is all about. And that's what this is all about. This is that one rare opportunity you get that's truly expansive to present yourself and what you do, and we talk. This is connecting.
Yeah,
this is using modern technology to connect in an old-fashioned way.
We talked about a lot of different stuff, and I love that you have a community that was there, and they asked questions, and they're all different ages, and all that good stuff.
Definitely, yeah. And you're gonna have some visitors. ML Scott, and I think it's Dorian, and Go Warrior says he lives in Denver, so he can't fly in. But they are getting in the film business. They are young adults. So yeah. Well,
don't forget, we're gonna put it up on YouTube after the festival, and it's free. So. Hello, Mr. Denver. Go. Just give me a couple of days.
And ML Scott says, "Thank you, ma'am. You are great. Hope to see." He says, "Hope to see you there."
You have something about money. ML money laundering, Scott. What is it? Money lynching?
Money Lynch. Marshawn Lynch. The Raider fan. So it's like money.
Oh. The Italian in me was like money laundering.
No.
ML.
I gotta get you that one. We got the fun. We're gonna talk about that one. All right.
Great to be part of this community. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Zenny, so wonderful to see you after all these years.
I know, and I won't be a stranger. So I'll
good.
Thank you, definitely.
All right, well, come up and say hi. So those of you, just say, yeah, we were hanging out together with Zenny. That'd be awesome.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate it.
Bye, everyone.
All right, see ya. Okay, see ya.
Thank you.
Okay, see ya. Hey, folks, thanks everybody for tuning in. This was a special live stream with my friend Susan Johnston. And if you definitely go and seek her out and say hi. And she's a wonderful person to know, and she'll help you out a lot. And hey, thank you, ML. Thank you, and Go Warriors and Dorian and everybody else. So, yeah. Go. definitely go to the event. You will not be disappointed at all. Hey, thanks everybody. I'll see you on Sunday. All right, thank you.